Alright, this is just going to be a quick look at the muscles. This view, you're actually looking at the head of the cat up here, and the palm, so to speak, the pad of the paw right here. So when we're looking at this will be the view for the flexors. I think the big muscle to look at would be your palmaris longus. It's a nice shiny muscle. And again, I think the pronator teres kind of has a triangular head to it. The muscles in between, the flexor carpi radialis, and then the flexor carpi ulnaris. Think of the elbow, the ulna, that's going to be the side where the ulnaris will be. This view will be the extensors on this cat. On this cat, the brachial radialis has been cut off, so we don't really have it visible, but that's going to be the flap that kind of runs, the thin muscle that runs here. From that side, the first muscle in is going to be your extensor carpi radialis. Remember the elbow side would be where the ulnaris, the extensor carpi, ulnaris is. The two muscles in between, you have your extensor digitorum communis and extensor digitorum lateralis. On this, we also try to get you can see the infraspinatus. The supraspinatus will be underneath. This is your acromiotrapezius. It just wasn't reflected, so we could actually see it in this cat. This view is of the deep chest. You can see, yes, the chest. This is the head of the cat. This would be the back. So the muscles we're looking at would be your scalenus group, scalenus anterior, medius, and posterior. Most cats, the scalenus medius is the big muscle. The anterior muscle runs up towards the transverse costarum, and then the posterior is usually pretty small. We also have the levator scapulae in this view. This view is of the abdominals. I'm sorry I picked red. It doesn't look the best, but we're going to go with it. This is the chest. The head would be up here. These are the legs. So what we've got is a long, thin muscle that runs the full length. You guys should remember origin and insertion for this. It's rectus abdominis. Your external abdominal oblique is cut and reflected, exposing your internal abdominal oblique. And in this view, it's kind of hard to see the transverse abdominis, but you can see the direction of the muscle fibers run. You also have your external intercostals. These are the muscles that are in between each one of the ribs that are exposed. Alright, there's a lot going on in this view. Start with our rhomboid muscle group and the occipitoscapularis. These are our two muscles on the back that we looked at before we went deeper in the back. So from this view, you've got your splenius. We also could pin it right in there. I think an easy one to locate would be your spinalis dorsi, the lumbar-dorsal fascia, and the longissimus dorsi are all pretty easy. And the multifidus would be right next to the spine. As we're looking at this, the longissimus cervicis and longissimus capitis. Longissimus capitis is pretty much right beneath the splenius. Longissimus cervicis, we'll go ahead and pin that closer to the spinalis dorsi. We also have serratus posterior muscles, and on this cat, they've flipped them up the other direction. I think most people have dissected and flipped them down this way. But beneath those would be your iliocostalis, the ones that look like bacon.